everyone, it's Alice and we're here today to do some reading sprints. So I think I might have tonsillitis at the moment. I'm feeling really rough and run down, and I was thinking about filming today and I just didn't really have much energy for it. I don't want to talk too much. So I thought, why not do our first reading sprints video? We've done a couple of read with me's. Sean's done 2, I've done 2, but we've never actually done any reading sprints. So we're introducing Sophia's beautiful blue egg timer. We're going to do 10 minutes of reading and then have like 5 minutes of chat, and I know obviously it won't be like live chat, but you can comment down below and we can like have a conversation. Then we'll do another 10 minutes, and then if I'm still feeling up for it, we'll do another 10 minutes, do like half an hour of reading throughout this video, but also 5-minute like chats too. So if you enjoy this, then please do let us know. We can always do it again. We would like to do some live reading sprints eventually. It's just difficult with the babies and try to find time for it. But again, if that's something that you're interested in, then please let us know. And remember, if you don't already, then please subscribe, because we've been getting a lot of new subscribers on board recently and it's been really exciting, so that would be great. So let us begin reading. So I'm going to be reading Beasts of Prey by Ayana Gray today. This is a debut novel and I will share some more about it after I read my first 10 minutes. But let me set off our timer, and then when the egg sings, that's when we chat for a bit. Grab your book. Go! So now I'm going to set the egg timer for 5 minutes so that we can have a little bit of a chat and a little bit of a break from reading, and then we can get started again for our next 10 minutes. So during that first 10-minute section, I managed to read a whole chapter, which I'm quite happy with. I actually managed to read 13 pages, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when I'm only like 90 pages away from the end of this book, that is going to be a bit of a chunk once we've done another 2 of these. I'd like to know how much you read in each of these like sections, so please leave comments down below letting me know how many pages you've managed to read in each of these sprints, what books you're reading as well, because I mean you all know I'm reading Beasts of Prey, but it would be cool to know how many different books are being read during this sprinting session, which would be fun. If you haven't heard of Beasts of Prey yet, this is about 3 characters. You've got a character called Alia, a character called Kofi, and a character called Econ. Adia is a Daraja, and she has been learning how to use the magic of this world, which is called Splendor. And her story is actually in the past, so when the book starts, you're with Adia, and then we jump into the future, well, into like the present day with Kofi and Econ, and then different flashbacks are scattered throughout. So I have just started part 4, so I've had a bit of a climactic chapter to read, which is probably why I'm flying through this right now, and now I'm back with Adia again for another bit of the history of this world and a bit of a history of her story. This is a book that I am enjoying more than I thought I would. It took me a little while to get into it because of the 3 viewpoints and because of the 2 timelines, because I wasn't expecting that, and I had an inclination that that was what it was, but it takes either 2 or 3 of Adia's chapters before it becomes really obvious that that is what it was. There have been a few twists and turns that I've seen coming quite easily. Like there's the identity of one of the characters. I'm trying to be as subtle as I can in case people haven't read this yet, but the identity of one of the characters, I had a throwaway thought of like, oh, I wonder if it might be that, and I wasn't sure if it would be, but it did end up being that, which I was a little bit disappointed by it, because I thought it was a bit too heavy-handed. Like the foreshadowing made it very obvious. But what I really love about this story is the world, the whole world that has been crafted, because there's this greater jungle, and it is filled with these amazing creatures and these amazing, like, very tense scenes where Kofi and Econ are in, like, life-threatening situations, but it genuinely feels like they are in danger. Sometimes people do it and they put their characters in life-threatening danger, but it's really easily resolved and there's not really much tension at all, but the tension in this book is palpable. And I think a lot of that is because of this exotic location and because of the way that it's been crafted, because it really does have a little bit of everything. Like you've got kind of gods and goddesses, you've got mythical beings that are like fusions of 2 creatures that we're familiar with in very interesting and unforgettable ways. So that's really cool. And then there's this big like demon called the Shatani, and that's like the main focus of this plot, because Kofi wants to capture the Shatani to take back to the Night Zoo where she works as a beast keeper, hoping that by exchanging the Shatani with her owner that she'll be able to escape from indenturement and she can have her freedom. And Econ wants to capture the Shatani so that he can take it back to the temple where he is training, because he messes up and he gets told that he's not allowed to be a warrior. So he thinks if he can capture the Shatani, take it back to the head of the temple, that he might be able to be a warrior anyway, even though he has failed his training. So there's very good justifications, very good reasons for these characters to be doing what they're doing. The interactions between them are very fun to read. They're very different characters. Econ is very considered, thinks everything through very logically. Kofi is very passionate and very impulsive, and the contrast between the 2 of them makes for some very interesting reading. And yeah, this is a debut novel. I've got a feeling it is a part of a series. I don't know if it says anywhere, like, if there's gonna be a book 2. I've got a feeling I've seen a title for the 2nd book, so I'm guessing there is. But I can't see anything in the acknowledgements, so I might be wrong, but I will try and find that out. If it has a cover or if it has a title, I'll get Sean to edit it into the video, because then you'll know. But this is a debut novel and a very promising one. And I've got a feeling it's already being made into a film as well, which is extra cool. So this will be adapted and I will definitely be checking it out when it is. And the egg is about to sing, so it's time to get ready to do some more reading. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. I'm so tense. The egg timer is just so tense. Oh! I knew it was coming. It still surprised me. Right, so we will get this reset and we will get some more reading done. Grab your book. Let's go. So I'll reset the egg for 5 minutes again so that we can chat for a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but that second sprint felt so much faster. I only managed to get 10 pages read, but that felt like a lot shorter time. The first time I was getting a bit restless, thinking, oh, like, it must be nearly 10 minutes, surely, but it took ages. And then that time I was like, oh yeah, I've probably still got a few minutes, and it's going off. Oh. I can see why people do reading sprints if it gets, like, they get faster as you go on, because I can imagine on the next one I'm probably going to dive back into the world even faster, so I might be able to read a bit more. Still enjoying it, which is good. Things are occurring that I wasn't expecting to occur, which is interesting, and it definitely feels like it's building towards something that's going to be quite cataclysmic. I think that it's got to have a sequel, because it's not all going to get resolved in the next like 70 pages. There's no freaking way that that's possible. But definitely one that I'm enjoying, and I'm glad that Fairy Loot decided to put it in that box, because they did it as like a bonus paperback 1 month, and that's really cool because it definitely deserves to get a lot more attention. So now what do we talk about? Might as well share my reading plans for the rest of the month, because I've only got my reread of Morning Star left to go, and then I've actually ticked off everything from this month's Hookaduck, which is cool. If you've missed that, I'll link it somewhere so that you can check out what we had on our reading list for this month. But it's one of the first times in quite a while when I've actually not only managed to get all of the Hookaduck books read, or I will have, because rereading Morning Star is not going to take me very long. I've still got 10 days left in the month, so we're definitely going to get that reread out of the way. But I've read my books, and I've read the books that I need to read to Sean as well. So it's feeling good. It's going really well. We're thinking of reading Gallant next, by Victoria Shaw, because we picked up our copy from Waterstones a couple of weeks ago, and it's very thin. Like, it's a lot thinner than I thought it was going to be. It's only like 200 and something pages, so we're thinking of reading that soon. We're also thinking of reading Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune, because that was one of my most anticipated of last year. Didn't want to read my fancy Illumicrate edition because I don't like reading my special editions because I get too paranoid about the babies ruining them. So we've actually borrowed it from the library app, and it's available now. So we're going to be reading those ones soon. Also interested in Mark My Words by Mohammed Khan, because that was on my most anticipated releases way back at the end of 2020, and it got pushed back, and it finally came out earlier this year. I think it came out last month. And Sean's interested in reading that one with me. I thought I'd be reading it alone, but we've read one of Mohammed Khan's short stories together. I think it's called like Split or something. I don't even know if I've still got that downstairs. But we read their World Book Day story together. So he wants to read Mark My Words as well, which will be cool, because then we've got like a few things that we can like dip between. Still need to try and get my self-destruct list read by like the middle of May, so that's going to be fun, because I've got like a month to try and read Inheritance by Christopher Paolini, The Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien. Like, we've got quite some chunkies on our self-destruct list. I know quite a few of them are ones that are like the first one in a series, so if we don't get it read, then we're going to have to get rid of the rest of the series as well. So that's going to be my priority for next month's Hookaduck, definitely, which I should be filming at some point this week, so you'll have that coming a few days after this video. So if you're interested in seeing what we're going to be reading in April, then please make sure to check back soon. What else do I want? Oh, I mean, I want to read like absolutely everything, but it's just trying to work out logical ways of doing it. Atlas 6 will be arriving soon, by Olivia Blake. That's the Fairy Loot Adult first book, and I'm going to be reading that with my colleague because we both have Fairy Loot Adult subscriptions. So we're going to buddy read every single book when it arrives. So that will be cool. Crimson Rain by Amelia Wen Zhao is out as well. And I've got that on my library app. I'm in the line for it. So I should be getting that by the end of the month, and then the Illumicrate version will arrive as well, so that'll be exciting. Finally get that series finished too. Luckily I haven't seen spoilers yet, because I really don't want to get spoiled for that, because the second book was like a slow starter, but I really ended up liking it. Like Red Tigress I liked a lot more than Blood Air, so I'm looking forward to finishing off the series because I think it might end up being a 5-star ending. Definitely gonna be one of those endings that I think doesn't satisfy everybody. I think it's gonna be sad. I think people that we don't want to die are gonna die, because that seems to be how Amelie Wenzhou writes, which is something that really interests me. I like unexpected endings that don't wrap everything up very neatly, so I'm hoping that I'm right. Oh! I know it's time for sprint 3! So let's set this egg timer for another 10 minutes, do another sprint, and then I'll say goodbye to you and let you get on with your day. Go! And we're done. I only managed to get 9 pages read in that last section, but that means I managed to read 32 pages in these reading sprints, which I'm happy with. That's just over a page every minute. So please let me know down below how many pages you managed to read and what book you are reading. If you enjoyed this reading sprints video, then please let me know and we can think about doing some more in the future. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, so we'll see you in a couple of days with another video. Hopefully I'll be feeling a bit better and I'll have some more energy so we can do something a bit more bookish. Yeah, if you liked it, please like it, and if you'd like to subscribe, we'd be super duper grateful, and we'll see you again in a couple of days with another video. Bye!